think a lot of us feel like we have to handle everything on our own. And I am the world's most guiltiest person when it comes to that. I've been like this my whole life. And as I get older, I've really realized that I need to be reaching out to people. I need to feel like I'm not as alone as I think I am. Because, you know, if you're struggling and you're just trying to figure things out quietly, just be reminded that nature really doesn't work like that. And so maybe as humans, we shouldn't work like that either. So I'm sure you're like me. You've had seasons in your life when you felt completely alone. And, you know, like you're the only one trying to hold things together, feeling lost. And sometimes I feel like I'm the only person my age trying to start over. But then I scroll around YouTube and on social media, and I realize there's a lot of people starting over, and they're all ages. So on the outside, they might look fine, but on the inside, they might be struggling. So what I've learned after years of struggling and feeling quite alone, it's time to allow myself to open up a little bit. And it's time for me to allow myself to be supported, even if it's just on a small little level through my very tiny YouTube channel. So that's what I'm striving to do. Just having a conversation, just having a moment. And this helps remind me that I am not the only one. Sometimes strength just looks like reaching out, just making a connection with someone. So I love the symbolism of the tree. For me, it's a very powerful metaphor. When I was in Felton, California years ago with my sister, and our kids were little, we explored the big redwoods. Now these weren't the big redwoods. These were kind of the mini redwoods, but they looked pretty darn big to me. And they were so beautiful, and the trees just were so majestic. And it just reminded me of the tree meditation, where you envision yourself as a tree, and you envision your body as the trunk, and your arms as the branches, and your head looking up towards the sun, and your feet rooted deeply into the ground. And so I love that as a quick meditation to ground yourself. Anytime you're feeling anxious, you're feeling off kilter, you're feeling like you need to connect with something, you can even go outside in your yard, take your shoes off and your socks off and stand on the ground and literally re-energize your whole nervous system. And you can also connect with trees. You can just put your hands on the bark and greet the tree and say, hello, I'm reaching out. Would you like to be friends? And it sounds kind of crazy, but it's really not. So I would like to do just a short little mindfulness session, and so you can practice grounding with the earth and connecting with the tree. So just begin by taking a deep breath. And imagine you're in an ancient forest. And as you walk, you can hear your feet as the ground crunches with sticks and leaves and dry leaves. And you come upon a beautiful old tree. And you imagine it might be hundreds of years old. And so you place your hands on the tree and you softly greet the tree. And you feel the energy as you connect with this beautiful old wise tree. And as you do this, you imagine roots coming out of your feet, burrowing down into the ground, and you feel connected. Imagine the roots of your feet connecting with the roots of the tree, and notice how supported you feel. And then you might imagine your body as the trunk, strong, stable, but resilient at the same time. Because trees are so resilient. They shed their leaves in the fall. They go dormant in the winter. They sway with the wind. And rarely do they break. In the spring, they turn green and they bud and they bloom and they come alive again. So just keep imagining yourself as this beautiful, strong tree. Your arms are the branches reaching up to the sky and tilting your head, bathing in that warm sun. And just meld with the tree and just feel its magnificence becoming a part of you. And realize that the tree gives you strength. It gives you safety, security, and even connection. So as you connect with this tree, you're actually connecting to something much bigger than yourself, to other roots, to other lives, other stories, realizing that you are not separate. And you've never been separate. So just breathe into that for a moment. And realize how special that feeling is. Knowing you are supported, even when you don't feel like it. And then opening your eyes. And so the moral of the story is, maybe we're not as alone as we think we are. Maybe we're just in a season of shedding what no longer serves us. And maybe we can't see the full connection yet, but it's there, just like the other trees are there. So if today feels heavy or lonely or uncertain, I certainly understand. Because you don't have to do this life, this ride of life, all by yourself. And I don't want to do it by myself anymore. And so I'm going to continue to share these earth sustainability meditations just to help us connect with something greater than ourselves. So I hope you enjoyed that. And stay tuned for the next one, which is taking in the strength of the mountain. And that's a really beautiful one too. Thank you for joining me. I'm Leslie.